We're high on top of the Appalachian Mountains here, deep in, and we gotta find a place to make shelter, and we need a spring for our water source. So let's go down the mountain here and find a good thick laurel spot and make camp. Alright, here we got a spring, and I found a nice piece here, but I found a little vein coming out of the ground. I'll show you. That's where we want to get our water. Alright, this stream over here runs on the ground for a little. This one on the left actually just comes right out of the ground. That's where we're going to get our water. So I'll probably use my cup here and just try to avoid hitting the moss. And we'll fill that up. Right here I got a good little spot down in the flat spot in the mountain here, and have some mountain laurel behind me. I think we're gonna make a shelter today. We're gonna take a pack and head out. Got a rock ledge on this side. We have a place for a shelter here, and we got lots of laurel behind us, so I can make a nice shelter here. I'm gonna put together my saw here and show you how it goes together. Just tighten it up. Take a screwdriver like that. It's good and snug. Put that in the bag. Show you how we'll make a shelter out of this. Saw off the Alright. Take our survival knife, bushcraft survival, and we're going to cut this right here. Okay, we've got our plastic lift. All we're going to do is okay, boys, we made our shelter. One more night alive, and sounds like it's some of our boys up there. So I want to show you around the shelter here. What I did was I just hung it out over. Then we gotta fasten these together. This helps to bring nails. That's solid. I'm going to tie it over here. What I'll use, I put a clove hitch already. Make it pretty tight. And then I'll just fasten it. Switch it down here. This ball. And put the square on it. There, I put the moss underneath, fill it in. Now keep the water from soaking down across. And did the same with the other side here. just filled that in. Okay, evening's coming. It's time to make a fire. So I got all this bark that we collected. I'm gonna just break it up again. This is pretty dry right here. So you make it fine like that. And I'll just put it inside this nest. And we'll scrape some magnesium on there. Get a little bit in there, that'll help. And we'll just light it up, boys. Not quite as dry as I hoped it would be. Just have to lay it on as we go here. Roll it out. You don't want a real big fire here, the circumstance we're in. We're going to make a fire and warm up our water. Catch that nice and slow. Let the fire do the work when it's damp like this. You don't have to blow a whole lot when you're at this point, depending on how much air is rolling. So I'm going to grab my bag here. Get that water we collected. I got some homemade granola made with oats, rye, honey. So I made that. Well, actually my father-in-law made that. And we're gonna get this water heated up here so we know it's good and safe to drink. White man built big fire. Indian built small fire. That's what we're doing, small. Gonna let that catch, heat up our water, and I'll get back with you here. Hey, nice and toasty warm in here, boys. That's throwing the heat right in there. Looks like we got our water to a boil now. I'll just set this off to the side here. Alright, so we're like in a little dip here up in the between two ridges where it kind of plateaus out, but there is a ridge line here and a hump there right in front of us, and the ridge just follows straight. But I'm going to mark place A. Okay, so got the old compass out. I'm going to go direction north. I'll find that. Right now I'm pointing towards where the hump starts. So I'll draw this the way it is perceived here. That would actually be right like that, and then the mountain ridge goes like that. I'm going to draw north. And then I'll mark it. And I'm going to draw south, how the hump goes here. Just look right back. And then it kind of straightens out. So right in here is a little nook. That's how I do it. Before I leave camp here, I'm gonna take this charcoal and put it in this rag that I kept. I just crush it with a rock. I'll break all the charcoal up, make it nice and granulated. Now we're ready to filter our water. Well, it's getting late in the morning. We're going to follow the ridge. We're going to get out of here, find a better place, another spring, and let's go. Nice bluebird there. Okay, we're gonna head in these mountains down in the hollow here, down in there, and we're gonna mark it on our piece of paper with our compass in the direction we're going. We'll mark each hump.